Hi guys, welcome back to Battle with Ola. My name is Mujola Alua, and if you've been following this series, this is the fourth in the live sample Allocutus series. Remember, we said we're going to do 4, and you're going to watch those 4 and watch the first video we made in 2021 about Allocutus. And I promise that if you watch those 5 videos, you would understand what Allocutus means is and how you can do it successfully in any Nigerian court. In this 4th episode, we have before us a man that's been convicted of forgery of land title documents to land. He sold land and forged the documents, the title documents. So he was arrested and has been convicted for forgery, and now he has been given the opportunity to make allocutus to the court. Remember that allocutus means asking the court for leniency. Now, we've done 2 videos where the lawyer made allocutus for the client, but in Francis and Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Supreme Court held in 2021 that allocutus should be made by the defendant and not their counsel, not their lawyer, because a lawyer making allocutus would seem as though the lawyer is standing as a witness in the case for the client, and the rules of professional conduct forbids a lawyer from standing as a witness, for his clients. And that is why in the first 2 videos the lawyer was making the allocutus, but in the last 2 videos the defendant is making their own allocutus. So I am the defendant in this case, not me in Jesus' name, but I'm just simulating a defendant. Now I'm going to make allocutus for the conviction of forgery. I thank your lordship for giving me the opportunity to make this allocutus, to make this plea. I thank my Lord for being so kind to me throughout this trial. I thank your lordship for allowing my bail application and allowing me to come from home throughout this trial. My Lord, you would agree with me that I have not wasted the time of the court. I have come at every slated date, even on days when the court could not proceed with my matter. I have come punctually, and I have cooperated with the prosecution, and I have not obstructed justice in any way. This is to show me, Lord, that I am not an habitual offender, and I am usually and typically on the right side of the law. What has happened is an untoward event, an unfortunate event that should never have happened. My Lord, my friend and I bought this piece of land in question about 10 years ago. I remember buying it with my first salary. The only thing I removed from that salary was my tithe, my Lord. And then I contributed this money. My friend brought his own part, and we bought this piece of land. Our plan was to land bank. That is, we planned to sell this land after it had at least tripled or quadrupled in value. My Lord, last year, when my wife got an opportunity to move abroad with the kids, I could not go because we could not raise enough money to buy tickets and pay for the visa application of the entire family. I asked them to go ahead, that I was going to find a means of joining them sooner than later. My Lord, this land was the only thing I could turn to sell, to raise the funds that I needed to join my family abroad. In the period that I've been separated from my family, it's been very hard, especially for my young kids, as we've never been separated before. I explained this to my friend, although we are no longer friends, but our agreement, I believe, still stood. And that's why I approached him and asked that we sell this land and share the proceeds. But my friend refused, my Lord, just because he wanted to punish me for our relationship that had gone south just a few years ago. He insisted that I was not ready to sell, even though the land was now worth a value that was about times 10 or times 12 of what we bought it for several years ago. He insisted. I begged and begged. I brought him reliable and ready buyers who were even ready to up the prices, but he refused. He staunchly said he was not selling. There was no other means for me to raise these funds, my Lord. And that is why I devised this means to sell the land, with the plan that I was going to remit my friend's portion of the sales price to him. When I did this, my Lord, the next thing he did was to call the police and to accuse me of forgery. just because the land documents have always been in his possession. He is into real estate, my lord, while I am not. That is why we agreed that I should hold the title documents, and he refused to let them go or release them. That is why I devised the means of making another document, being a rightful seller myself, even though I was just one part of a whole. My lord, I never knew this would go this far, but it has come to this. The purpose of my selling the land has almost been defeated, as I was not able to make my visa appointment. And now, joining my family abroad hangs in the balance. Nonetheless, my lord, I have learnt my lesson that 2 wrongs don't make a right, and that I can never use a wrong means to achieve a right purpose. I am sorry for my actions, my lord. It is not in my character, my lord, to forge documents of any kind. And I am so sorry that this happened at all. This will never happen again. I have learnt my lessons, my lord. And even though my lord granted me bail, I am sorely afraid of life behind bars. I know it is not a pleasant life, and I know it has no benefit, it holds no benefits for me. I am pleading with your lordship to please grant me a non-custodial sentence, to at least temper justice with mercy, whatever sentence this court has come up with and deemed fit to award against me. I am very sorry, my lord. Please, my lord, please, my lord, so that I will not be indefinitely separated from my family. My lord, I remitted this money to my friend, and then he called the police. This money is still in the bank. It has not been touched, my lord. And I am willing and ready. I have discussed at length with the third-party purchaser. I'm willing and ready to refund them, and they have agreed to take a refund and relinquish the land. My lord, I'm very sorry. I have apologized over and over to my friend, and I have apologized over and over to my customers, the third-party purchaser. I'm so sorry, my lord. Please, my lord, temper justice with mercy. This will never occur again. The land is safe. The land is safe. The money is safe. Everything is safe, my lord. I have not tampered with it, and I have not done anything that all parties, all stakeholders in this matter do not know about. I'm very sorry, my lord. I am pleading with the court to please have mercy on me in sentencing. Have mercy on me in sentencing, my lord. Please have mercy on me in sentencing. Thank you, my lord. So that's the Allocutus. What I try to do is to speak layman language as much as possible. That's why you would observe that some words were not spoken like a lawyer. Also, I've tried to play to the strengths of this case and of the defendant, in that he's sorry, he's never done it before. He thought he had a noble purpose to pursue, and he was very transparent throughout. And I tried to explain the background of the story, you know, things that probably did not go on record in court as irrelevant facts, so that my lord can have a fair idea of how, you know, everyone got here. Also, I tried to talk about the defendant's family that he would be separated from, the purpose that's been defeated. Also talking about making restitution, ready to amend the wrong, you know. And the fact that even though he was on bail, he did not jump bail, he didn't waste the time of the court, and he cooperated with the prosecution in arriving at his own conviction. So these are the things that one would hope would sway the judge in his favor, to say that this is not a hardened criminal. He shouldn't be sent away, you know, or sent away for too long, so that he doesn't now become hardened behind bars or taught, you know, wayward ways. Also, very important to show the court that the offender and the offended, you know, have made peace, you know. So the purpose, the only thing left is not necessarily to get justice, redress for the offender now, but to deter. You know, there are different reasons why sentencing is done. To deter is one of them, others from doing same. Now, to get redress for the offended. Now, in this case, the offended has gotten redress, so nothing lost on the part of the offended. But so what is left now is that a sentence that will just deter others and deter the defendant from thinking that he can just do and undo and just come and beg. So I hope that you understand what we've done in this 4-part series, and I hope that when you watch it with the first video, where we went into details as to what Allocutus really is, I hope that you'll be able to make your own in court, whether as a litigant or as a lawyer. Please leave comments in the comment section and share this video with someone today. I will see you in my very next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Toodles!